Hey everybody, how you doing? I hope you're having an awesome day. I know I'm having an awesome day. I'm having an awesome weekend. We've had a great weekend. So I thought I'd start doing something. It's going to be kind of a two-part video segment. So before we get started though, hey, I really hope that you'll give this video a thumbs up. You'll subscribe down below. You'll hit that little bell icon. Let's do that as we get going. I really appreciate it. It shows that YouTube that you are watching the videos and that the algorithm is saying that, hey, the people like this video. So I'm hoping that you'll really do that for me. That would be grateful. I'd really appreciate it. So today we're gonna, like I said, we're gonna do kind of two parts. I thought I would make fathead dough. What you don't know, if you've never made fathead dough, basically it's a really simple recipe to make a dough that you can use for pizza. That's generally what it's used for, but you can make biscuits out of it. You can, buns out of it. You could do all kinds of stuff with it. So I'm going to show you how to do that first, and then the second part of it, it would carry over. I'm going to try to incorporate it into another recipe that we're going to use the fathead dough in, and we'll see that in the second one. If you want to find out what it is, hang around until the end, and then I'll tell you. All right? Appreciate it. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to get our ingredients together. So this is 1.5 cups of mozzarella cheese. So that's going to be our base that we're going to use. And then I got about 1 ounce of cream cheese in here. Actually, I had a little bit more than 1 ounce just because that was the last of the cream cheese I had. And then we're going to take and we're going to put it in the microwave. We're going to incorporate it and melt it down. 30 seconds at a time. And then we're going to try to get it together a little bit, put it back in the microwave one more time for another 30 seconds. Again, this is a really super simple recipe. We'll pull it together. Takes 10 minutes to cook. So hopefully you'll get something out of it. You'll like it. Like I said, you can use this for a great pizza dough. That's what most people do. They'll roll it out and use it as a pizza dough. I'm actually gonna use a pizza pan to put it on, but I'm not gonna use it as pizza dough. So all I'm going to do is start mixing the cream cheese with the mozzarella. And once we get it nice kind of incorporated, we'll throw it back in here and melt it again because it takes a little bit to get it incorporated. I'll throw it back in here for another 30 seconds. I am going to take the egg. I have 1 egg here. I'm going to actually beat it while it's in here. It'll be easier to beat it in here versus when I put it into the bowl with the cheese. So that's all beaten up. And then again, like I said, this is super simple. So anybody should be able to do this. Like I said, you can make all kinds of stuff out of it. So this is nice and hot now. It's soft. It's all, the cheese is all melted together. So, all right. So what I'm going to mix in here, this is almond flour. Let's see, it's been a long time since I've made this actually. So 3/4 cup of almond flour. We're going to mix that into it. This is 2 tablespoons of yeast we're going to mix into it. So that will give like a bread-like texture and taste to it. And then we're going to mix in, this is a tablespoon of, I put in a tablespoon, the recipe's probably going to tell you 1/2 tablespoon of garlic powder in there because I like the flavor of garlic and I like it in what I do. The egg will not go in at this point in time. We're going to incorporate all of the dry ingredients into the breading. And you're going to find out this is probably going to be not the easiest thing to do, but you may have to pop it back in the microwave and heat it up again. All right, so that's what we're going to do. We're going to pop it in the microwave for another 20 seconds or so here, just because it's getting really stiff. Oop. Again, that's all it is. The only thing left to do is just really to add the egg to it. Again, a couple of ingredients, right? So not a lot, really easy to do. Hey, if you could do me a favor, tell me down below things you'd like to see. I'm thinking about getting some cookies and doing another cookie review like I did the last one. I know my wife and I talked about, we have another version of some French fries, keto French fries. We talked about doing our air fryer with and cooking them in our air fryer and trying them out and comparing them with the old ones that I did last time. What would you think of that? Let me know what you think of down in the comments down below, what you'd like to see. Like I said, it takes a little bit to mix the dry ingredients with the cheese. Now it's going to start to look like a ball of dough, right? So I'll show you. So this is what it looks like. So you can see it is. So we're going to make that into one big ball of dough. So it's soft, it's warm. So everything's pretty well incorporated in. Now we're going to take the beaten egg and we're actually going to pour that in there, and then we're going to fold it into the mixture. You can do this a couple ways. I'm using a fork. Probably a really good way of doing it would be with a wooden spoon to kind of fold it over and fold it into it. All right, so you can actually take this, if your hands are clean, you can incorporate it in with your hands. So it's all ready to do this. What we're going to do now is, I should have done this before, but I'm going to take out a couple pieces of parchment paper and a rolling pin. That would help helpful. So I'm going to take out again, depending on what you're going to use the Fathead dough for, it would make a difference of how you do this. But I'm just going to roll it out like we're going to make a pizza. We're not going to make a pizza, but you have to stick around to the end to find out what we're going to make. And again, we're going to do this in two parts. So I'm going to show this video today, and then we'll get into the second part later. And show that one probably the next day. See how it comes out. So I'm going to kind of roll this out flat. I want to get this to about 1/8 of an inch thick. So I want it really, really thin so it gets nice and crisp. And I'm really hoping that it will all fit. It looks like I'm running out of room here, so I guess I should have used a little bit longer piece of parchment paper. So that's what it looks like. I'll show you here in a second. That's what it looks like coming out. I don't know if you can see that very well, but it's very thin. So what I'm going to do is transfer this over to a pizza sheet. Hopefully it will fit on here. I may have to cut some of this off and put it. Put it a little bit differently. You know, one thing about cooking is you got to be a little bit creative sometimes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip this over onto the pizza sheet. Then I'm going to peel it off the parchment paper, hopefully. Well, maybe I made it too thin and it doesn't want to come off. All right, here it comes. Again, like I said, I'm trying to make this as thin as I could possibly get it for what I'm going to use it for. So there's the sheet off of that. We're going to take these and we're going to just kind of find a place to lay them out here on the side so that they're on here. Again, I'm no chef, so you could probably tell, right? But I'm having fun, so. Again, I'm not making this as pizza, so I don't really care about the shape or anything out here, so I'm going to use it for something else. So. All right, so I got all those in there. So I preheated my oven to 425. I'm actually going to put some of these because I got a bare spot here and press them in. That would help me later. So I preheated my oven to 425. I'm going to throw this in here for 7 minutes, maybe a little bit longer, depending on how long. I want to get this nice and brown, nice and toasted and crunch. I will take it out about 4 or 5 minutes. I'm going to look at it, and if it's okay, I'm going to try to flip it over. Wish me luck on that. I'll let you watch, and you can kind of see whether I do a good job or not. So in the oven it goes. I'm going to put the timer on 10 minutes because my oven, again, like I told you, it generally takes a little longer. And then we'll come back in about 10 minutes. We're going to check this out. I'm trying to use this little remote thing to turn the thing off, and it's not working real well for me. Apparently I got to come over, turn it on. All right, everybody. This is what it looked like, how it came out. It's really nice and crispy. It'd be perfect for a pizza. If you want to make a pizza, put some sauce on it, some cheese on it, throw it in the oven again, whatever you want on it. I'm going to break a little piece off just so we can do a taste test. I will tell you it's nice and crispy. So it's really nice. It came out really nice. I'm wondering if it's maybe too crispy. Maybe I should have left it a little bit thicker for the purpose I'm going to use, but I think it's going to come out good. So, again, so I'm hoping you can hear that crunch to it. Again, it has a really nice taste. It does taste kind of doughy. Again, this is like I guess like the crust for a thin crust pizza or something like that. It tastes pretty much like that. So, now I'm going to break down the macros on this. I have my mouth full. There we go. So I'm going to break down the macros for you. So this is the recipe thing that I follow. Now in here, there's 10 total carbs in this thing. There's 3 servings in here. Each serving is 10 carbs. The protein's 24. The fat's 27. Let's see, then fiber is 4. So that means the total net carbs is 6 in here. So not too bad. You throw in a little bit of sauce and everything else on top of it. Now, so what am I doing making this for? So I'm gonna make this because I thought I'd try something different. I'm actually gonna try to make a Fathead dough lasagna. I've never done it before. It's always one of those things that I've always talked about doing. I've made them with zucchinis and I made them with other kind of noodles. So I said, well, this time I'm going to try to do it, and I'm going to do it with the Fathead dough and see how it comes out. So I'm going to shoot another video on that here probably right after I finish this. This is a great recipe. Like I said, from here, if you were just going to make this into a pizza, of course, I would have made it a little rounder. I would spread just a little sauce on it, put some cheese on it, pepperoni, maybe some sausage or something else on it, and then throw it back in the oven. And it comes out really, really nice. So again, it's really crispy. So we're gonna make but we're gonna try to make it and use it for the noodle, to replace the noodles in a lasagna. So hopefully you'll stick around. Hopefully you'll subscribe so that when the lasagna video comes out, you can see how we're gonna incorporate the Fathead dough into it. So do me a favor, thumbs up on the video, subscribe down below, hit that little bell icon. That would be greatly appreciated. And we will see you later when we're making the lasagna.